How to not get drained as an energetically sensitive person. This is something that I get asked a lot. I tend to draw and work with those highly sensitive folk, myself included. Some people identify more as an empath or an empathic person, but essentially there's a lot of similar qualities. One of which is that we're so sensitive to other people's energy, emotions, and way of being. And so when we go out into the world, our nervous systems tend to retract and we take on people's stuff. We get really drained because we're having to protect ourselves from the external environment. By definition, somebody who is highly sensitive, we tend to have more sensitive nervous systems. It's about 20% of the population. It's an actual thing. If you are one of those people, you probably know by now. You may be just a little bit different than others and tend to be a little more sensitive to what's going on around you. So one of the risks of this is that we get drained. So you might be one of those people where if you go out with a lot of people, you need to spend some time at home recharging. Sometimes we identify as introverts because there seems to be this time alone or time in a safe environment to recharge. Now, I also work with other practitioner healer types. And of course, empaths and highly sensitive people tend to be drawn to those professions. And it's not uncommon for me to see practitioners be like, I spend a day with clients or a day with patients and I'm totally wiped out. Or I have a really toxic patient and I can't not take on all of their stuff. So this is something that can come up a lot. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love about my job, about doing somatic work, is that in order to do this work effectively, I need to be in a regulated nervous system state. I need to be really centered and grounded in myself in order to provide a healing environment for my clients. Now, the cool thing about this is that at the end of my work day, if I have a packed day of clients, I feel typically more charged up than I did when I started the day. So it has a very healing effect on me as well. And so I have a fair amount of experience of this, but because I'm also a highly sensitive person. And I work with it in the somatic realm and can attest to the truth that we don't have to give away our energy. We can leave these experiences of being in a big group of people, of being in a day full of clients, of going out and spending time even just with the friends and the people that you love, and feel more charged up rather than drained. So I'm actually going to share with you a practice that I developed for myself because over the years of seeing clients and noticing, and being in my personal environment as well, and noticing that around certain people I was losing energy. And so this is a practice where we can tap into what is our birthright, which is this infinite source of energy around us, coming from the universe, from God, from nature, however you want to view it, however that lands with you. But we have access to this infinite amount of energy and we can bring it into ourselves. And so this is a practice that I use when I know I'm going to be in an environment where I can feel there's a bit of an energy drain. Oftentimes this can happen when we're charged, when there's something in it for us, when we're going to interact with somebody that maybe triggers us a little bit. This can be a good practice for that as well. So we're accessing this infinite source of energy, bringing it into our body, and then as long as this feels okay and good for you, we're radiating it out. And in that way, it's one way of almost like passively making yourself into a healing energy for people in your environment. We can bring this in a sense of experiencing it as love. We can bring it in as just pure energy or light. I encourage you to play around with different ways of experiencing that energy in terms of what feels good for you. And you might change the way you're experiencing that energy based on your environment. If you're with clients, it might just be this pure light. If you're with loved ones, it might be a loving energy. But obviously no right or wrong. You just mess around with it and make it yours. So what we're going to do now is lean into this practice. Now, this isn't a full guided meditation, but I'm going to walk you through the process, and you can take this tool and use it in your life, and definitely keep me posted and let me know how successful it is. So with that, let's lean into this practice. So I will suggest that you be in a comfortable seat and you bring your eyes closed so that you can have the full internal experience. You can absolutely do this with your eyes open. And eventually, if you're doing this around other people, you probably want to have your eyes open. So it's a good thing to practice. But we start with the eyes closed so that we can get the skill down. So as you're comfortable with your eyes closed, just initially let's focus on the breath. Just noticing it. We're not trying to change it in any way, but your attention on it might change it anyways. And just noticing that. Noticing how it moves your body. And just allowing yourself to settle in a comfortable space. Allowing your breath to be a relaxing presence. Now from this place, I want you to bring your awareness to the space around you and above you. Just noticing that there is space there. Energy. There's energy in this space. And bringing your awareness to the very crown of your head. And you can even imagine a portal or a door opens in the crown of your head so that you become able to receive from this space. And on an inhale, I want you to imagine energy, light, flowing in to this portal at the crown of your head. Breathing in and receiving this energy and light into your head. Inhaling again and receiving more. And with each inhale, allowing this energy, this light, this love to fill every part of your body. Your head, your neck, your shoulders, your torso, your heart, your belly, your arms and hands, your pelvis, your back, your hips, your legs, your knees, all the way into your feet and your toes. With each in-breath, bringing in this energy, this light, this love, so that you're completely full of it. And you can stay in this energy receiving state as long as you want. And you don't have to do this next step, but if you're game, as you feel yourself being completely filled up with this energy from the infinite source around you, feel it in your heart, in the center of your chest. And then allow that energy to radiate out in all directions from your heart center. Breathing in, filling up, breathing out, and radiating it out. You can imagine radiating it to a particular person, a group, the earth. Each in-breath filling up, each out-breath radiating it out. Yet again, you can stay here as long as you want. And whenever you're ready, you can gently let go of the intentional breath. Slowly coming back. Slowly coming back to the space that you're in. Opening the eyes. And just noticing how you feel. Now, this practice is when we spend a little bit of time practicing it, we can use it in different situations. And I highly recommend it because it's actually a really cool experience to do this when you're in the presence of other humans. Especially when we're in the presence of people who we might find challenging, or we find we lose our energy to. We give away our energy really to those people. So this is one way of preserving your energy. Rather than draining yourself, all we're doing is being a conduit for this infinite energy available around us and then sending it out. Bringing it in, sending it out. So we're not draining ourselves or our vitality. So I hope you enjoyed that practice. It's something I use many days. And as always, let me know how it goes. And if you know of somebody who would benefit from this practice, please forward this on to them. And I'll see you next time.